Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 30 Days of Yin Yoga. Today's theme is centered around your feet and your ankles because we do not give them the love that they deserve. Go ahead and grab 2 blocks and a bolster for practice today. We're going to begin in dangling pose, so I want you to recruit your blocks and your bolster here. Play around with the heights for your blocks. I'm going to have on a medium height. Then I'm going to lay my bolster over my blocks high enough that I can comfortably hinge forward with a slight bend in my knees and rest my forearms on top of the bolster. Allow my neck to dangle in space, and this is where we're just going to begin today. I wanted us to really focus a whole practice on our feet, ankles, and toes because with the right foot care and health, you keep healthy feet for a long time and continue to be very active for a long time. And a lot of foot problems can have a domino effect, leading to knee, hip, and lower back issues. So this is why it's so important to take your foot health seriously and practice preventative measures that we can find in yin and other forms of yoga practices, asana practices. We begin today in dangling to just begin to stretch the ankles, the calves, the hamstrings, and lower back since it's all connected. And so just beginning with opening up those channels and allowing that space and mobility for our body to have and not feel so stiff and cramped up. We have a lot of blood going to our head, so just gently lift your head and then lift your body up about halfway. Send your bolster just back behind you. And we're just going to slowly lower our seat down and we find Malasana Yogi Squat. You can bring your hips to be supported by your bolster. Pull your toes point out to the side. You press your palms at heart center, your elbows into your knees. Come to find stillness here. Again, continue with that stretching, strengthening, and lengthening for our ankles and our hips here. Allowing yourself to find a place where you can settle and feel that edge of that deep stretch just enough that you can stay for the next few minutes. Slowly just send your body weight a little bit forward to pull your bolster out from under you and just place it to the side. Gonna come into toe stretch. So kneel up nice and tall and tuck your toes beneath you and make sure all 10 toes are touching the mat and none of them are curled under next to each other like that pinky toe likes to be sometimes. Then bring your ankles together and just sit back onto your heels. This pose can get quite intense quite quickly. We're here for 2 minutes. I know that's a lot to hear, but I know that you can do it. I know that you can stay. I know you can breathe through this discomfort that you may be feeling. If and when heat begins to build, I invite you to take a deep exhale with your mouth open, stick your tongue out, releasing some of that heat. Toe stretch is an amazing stretch to really begin to increase toe mobility and again, working to strengthen your ankles here. So I know it's a lot, but with more practice, this won't be as an intense pose. And so 2 minutes with regular practice, even if it's just practice this once a week, you'll start to build that strength. Stay here. You're almost through. Continue to breathe. We did it. Slowly begin to send your weight forward, untuck your toes, and then just place the back of your feet onto your mat ever so slowly and gently. Sit your hips back on your heels, and then send your weight back behind you. Bring your hands back behind you. We find that counterbalance of ankle stretch. So lift your knees just a little bit off the mat to feel that nice deep stretch in the front of your ankle. Ankle stretch is amazing for its energizing, de-stressing, and relaxing properties, especially coming out of such an intense pose like toe stretch. And this pose also helps to stretch the tendon of the ankle muscles and the tibia anteriors, the shin muscles. It distresses the feet and ankles, and as you probably realize, ankles bear the most weight of the body. Hence, relaxing the muscles is necessary along with having strong ankles. So stay here and enjoy this deep, de-stressing, relaxing pose. Alright, enough of being directly on our ankles. Go ahead and send your body forward. Just send your feet off to the side. Come to sit on your butt. Bring your blocks over, and we're gonna find single leg forward fold. So bring your left foot in, extend your right leg long in front of you, and square your hips off to the front. A nice tall spine here. And slowly melt your heart forward, surrendering over your shin. Use your block here to support your head. Maybe place that block on your shin. Maybe your head comes to your shin. Finding wherever you can arrive in stillness. But also bring the block underneath your knee if that helps. Just playing around with what works for you here. Gently roll your body up, and we're gonna switch sides. Extend your left leg long in front of you and bend your right knee in towards your body. Your foot goes to the inside of your thigh. Find that squareness of your hips, and then slowly melt your heart forward. You inhale is where you find length, and exhale is where you're able to surrender some more. Single leg forward fold gives a deep stretch into the back of the legs, continuing into that theme of relaxing the muscles that are connected to our ankles, allowing for more space and mobility in our body. Slowly begin to ripple your spine up. We're going to come into butterfly. So just bring that left foot in to meet your right foot. Remove the fascia underneath your sit bones. And then just begin to give yourself a nice little foot massage here. I feel like feet are something that we don't give enough love and attention to, as I've already noted, but this just deep connection and form of love of giving yourself a foot massage is kind of unmatched. So just really look at your feet, thank your feet, your ankles, your toes for all the support that they give you every day. Maybe you say, I'm sorry, feet, for not giving you enough love and attention. But I care about you, I care about this part of my body, and I care about giving it support. If you're enjoying this, you can continue to massage your feet or begin to bring this into a crushed wing butterfly pose. Maybe you bring your block over to rest atop your toes so you can rest your head on something. Just allow yourself to fully release here. Begin to slowly roll your spine back up and set your block off to the side, and go ahead and grab your bolster or your pillow and lay it back behind you long ways. And then place it up against the base of your spine, and then with your feet still in together, we'll send our body back onto our bolster. We find Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined butterfly pose. So same position with our legs, and now we just get to rest our upper body back in space. I invite you to rest your hands on your hips and just connecting back to your body, acknowledging any differences you may be feeling in your body from when we first began practice, and maybe feeling openness, maybe feeling whatever it may be. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Maybe this just encourages you to continue giving your feet and ankle a little bit more love and support every day, or maybe just once a week to begin with. You always have to start somewhere. And go ahead and just allow yourself to fully surrender in this final pose of class today. this is where I will leave you. If you want to find a full Shavasana, go ahead and do so, and I invite you to always stay as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. The light in me bows to the light in you. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.